Our next speaker for the evening, speaking to the title, what kind of leader am I? Is that the title? What kind of leader am I? Pretty Makakule, speaking to the title, what kind of leader am I? Pretty Makakule. Before we start, my apologies. The evaluation and the crib notes will be given by Kindewe Musinyani.
Thank you very much, Mr. VPE. The purpose of this project is for Pretty to identify her primary leadership style and to share some aspects of her primary leadership style and discuss leadership styles in general. I will be evaluating you on the clarity of your language, your vocal variety, your eye contact, your audience allowance, and comfort level. Thank you, Mr. VPE.
Thank you.
And it is 5 to 7 minutes.
5 to 7 minutes, Mr. Timekeeper. We'll start again. Take a breath and a sip of water. Pretty Makakule speaking to the title, what kind of leader am I? What kind of leader am I? Pretty Makakule.
Let me ask you a question. Are leaders born or made?
Yes, or made.
Can you please raise your hand if you believe that leaders are born? Let's see. Can we see those who are saying leaders are made? Do we have any neutral people in between?
Can I be both?
Great. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, our guest, DC. It is such an honor for me to be delivering my speech after we have just celebrated Women's Day. Can I hear women in the house shouting, woo woo? Are we sure those were only women? Let's shout. Fellow Toastmasters, it is a known fact that there is still an underrepresentation of women leaders in different areas of our society. This is not only a South African problem, but it is a global problem. I was very fortunate to have been in a leadership position in the workplace at the age of 23. That is 20 years ago. But I was naive, thinking that I was a born leader. And this belief came from the fact that at school I used to be selected to be a leader for various groups. And this was also the case in my village where I grew up from. So when I started climbing the corporate ladder, I assumed that I was naturally born to lead. And I believed that whatever I say goes, and people will automatically follow. In my earlier career days, or in the earliest days of my career, I have completely misunderstood the difference between a manager and a leader. A manager manages tasks to get the job done, and a leader motivates, inspires, empowers, encourages, and connects people towards a common goal. A leader becomes an anchor of his or her people. so. I did not know this. I managed people instead of managing tasks. I managed people instead of leading them. And I also thought that if I'm a manager, I know everything. So I know everything better than everybody else. Otherwise, I'm a manager. I wouldn't have been appointed. And therefore, everything that I was saying should go. A light bulb moment came when I started managing diverse teams. Big teams diverse in terms of race, age, gender, and the level of education and experience. Then that's where I learned the hard way that my authoritative style of leadership will not go any far. There is no one size fits all in leadership. Mr. Timekeeper, I'm not sure where.
4 minutes and 60 seconds.
Sorry, I was looking at the mic. So coming back to my topic, what type of leader am I? Although I still believe that naturally I have dominant characteristics of an authoritative leader. But with time, with experience and education, including what I'm learning in this club, I have learned to adapt to different leadership styles, to be flexible, to adapt based on the group of the people that I'm leading. Because how you lead a young graduate and how you lead a person who's highly experienced and waiting for their pension age is different. And also type of environment. Some environment, they need some coaching style. Some, they need bureaucratic style when there is a lot at stake. Some, it needs some laissez-faire, which is a leadership style that I never subscribed to because I thought it was for lazy people. So I'm learning all that. I do not micromanage or get too involved. I do not give too much instruction or guidance. So it depends on the circumstances for me to say what type of leader am I. Yes, we are born with characteristics, but along the way we learn as we lead people, as we observe from other great leaders that we have around areas of our lives. Thank you. On the pathway course, this pathway course, I have learned that as a leader I must at all times walk the talk, to lead by example, to be an effective communicator, to be optimistic. That's where encouragement comes. When it gets difficult, whether it's in a social organization or professional organization, your people need to count on you as a leader. And also to be open-minded, not to be a master or Mrs. Know-it-all. You get the best idea even from a person with a lower level, because there's access to information, technology can empower everybody at any level. My 10-year-old child is officially my IT manager at home because she knows far much better than me. Imagine if I had that mentality of thinking I know it all. Demonstrate integrity. Now that I know what type of a leader I am, what about you? Are you a leader? Or are you a manager? Or are you both? Do you even able to understand the distinction between leading people and managing tasks? Do you know what kind of